And they hated him yet the more for his dreams and for his word. And he dreamed yet another dream, and told it his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more, and behold, the sun and the 11 stars made obeisance to me. And he told it to his father and to his brethren, and he rebuked him, and said unto him, What is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I have thy mother and thy brother indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee, to the earth? And his brother beat him, but his father observed the saying. And his brethren went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. And Israel, come, and I will send thee unto them. And he said,
right, real quick. That goes to show you, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's sending the younger brother to check on the older brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, that goes to show you that he was ahead of his time. And it's like that sometimes. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? When I was in the world, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got older siblings. When I was in the world, 9 times out of 10, the stuff that had to pertain to me, to the responsibilities of that should go to the older ones, always fell to me. Because even though I was the younger one, I was the more responsible one. You understand?
Right.
I was the one about handling business. Just because you're older doesn't make you wise. You know what I'm saying? Following orders makes you wise. You understand? Let's get some more on the scriptures.
Come, and I sent unto them. And he said to him, Here am I. And he said unto him, Go, I pray thee, see whether it be well with thy. So he of the vale of Hebron, and he came to Shechem, and a certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field. And the man asked him, saying, What seekest thou? And he said, I seek my brethren. Tell me, I pray thee, where thy feed their flocks. And the man said, They are departed hence. For I heard them say, Let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brethren and found them in Dothan.
Listen, Joseph just doing what a good leader does, what a good servant does, because it's a saying in the UPK, and of course, you know what I'm saying. I learned this in the UPK from the generals. They say the best servant becomes the best leader.
Right.
You understand? So that goes to. I'm gonna just leave it at that. We're gonna get some more. You have to learn how to serve before you learn how to lead. You understand? Even Christ washed the feet of the disciples. You understand? Even he served them. You get what I'm saying? And he's King of Kings. Let's get some more on the scriptures.
And when they saw him afar, they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him.
Listen, he ain't even got close up on him. They've hated him from day one, and here they go conspiring against him, man. Conspiring against their own brother. Conspiring. Listen, that's a Christian spirit on them dudes, right? You understand? To already put plans and motions to try to destroy a brother. If that's not your Christian pastor, then who the hell is it?
Right.
If that's not the deacon in your church, then who is it? If that's not all the goddamn Christians you ever came across in your life, then who is it? Conspiring to destroy you somehow. You want me to tell you who they conspired to destroy out of everybody on the face of the planet? The I.S.U.P.K. You understand? Because just like Joseph, the I.S.U.P.K. serves the Most High. We follow the law, statutes, and commandments. No matter where we at, no matter under what conditions, that's what we do. Let's get some more.
Come. And they said one to another, Behold, this dreamer cometh. Come now, therefore, and let us slay him and cast him into some pit, and we will say, Some evil beast have devoured him, and we shall see what will become of his dreams.
Man, that's just some evil stuff right there. There's no brotherhood in these cats right now. You understand?
Right.
There's no brotherhood in them whatsoever.
Right.
You understand? When I read this right here, you know who it reminds me of? It reminds me of them damn fake Hebrew Israelite groups. You get what I'm saying? As General YAHANNA would say, them purple faggots. So you know what I'm saying? That's
rain.
What, purple rain. You know what I'm saying? That's what it reminds me of. You know what I'm saying? This is how they operate. You've heard them say out their own mouth that they would turn a brother in for $5,000. You know what I'm saying? That organization right there, those are the brothers. They are reincarnated of the brothers who traded on Christ.
Right.
That's who they are.
Right.
You understand? Let's get some more in the scriptures.
And Reuben heard it, and he delivered him out of their hands, and said, Let us not kill him. And Reuben said unto them, Shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness.
At least Reuben had that much brotherhood to say, man, we ain't about to kill our brother. Let's just throw him in this pit right here, which was an old water well that was dried up. Let's get some more.
And lay no hands upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands, to deliver him to his father again.
So he was saying, look, we're not going to kill him. Because you know what I'm saying? Let him see daddy again, man. You just going to take him from our father? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Reuben's plan was. We just going to throw him in his pit and rough him up a little bit. But let the little nigga go home. You get what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's get some more.
And it came to pass, when Joseph was coming to his brethren, that they stripped Joseph out of his coat of many colors that was on him. And they took him and cast him into a pit, and the pit was empty. There was no water in it.
Keep going.
And they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Israelites came from Galilee with their camels bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt.
Right. Keep going.
And Judah said unto his brethren, What profit is it if we shall slay and conceal his blood? Come and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites.
Look, that's so sad, man. Because when I hear that, like that's Judah for real to this day. Look at your Christian pastors. You get what I'm saying? What tribe are they usually from? They're usually from the tribe of Judah. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's their mentality right there. That's your Christian pastor. All right, look, what profit is us just killing these niggas gonna do? You get what I'm saying? Come, let us keep selling them to the white man.
Right.
Come, let us keep destroying their lives and putting them in situations where they gotta serve up under the oppressor, but in the same time they getting the benefits.
Right.
Like General Muhammad just brought up and on the grill with General YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? Like your Christian pastor gets paid for that. You understand? Every time that a business open up in your neighborhood, a gas station, the Christian pastor gets paid for that. You understand? Every time anything with any kind of heathen ruling over you in your own community, a Christian pastor got paid for that.
All right.
Why else do you think that there's so many churches in the black community? And no matter how bad the black community is tore up and tore down, and you see crackheads walking around, you see your whores walking around, You see how the people is destroyed, but yet and still, out of all of this destroyed neighborhood, the house is abandoned, everything's tore up. Somehow that church is still standing.
Right.
Somehow that church still looks good.
Right.
Somehow that church still has every single window put in it. All the abandoned houses windows is busted. Even the houses that ain't abandoned, they got the plywood up to the windows. You get what I'm saying? The
Right.
neighborhood just looks bad, but that Christian church is still just strong. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And right across from that Christian church is a liquor store, and right next to that liquor store is a gas station.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Your Christian pastor got paid to let that happen. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Moreover, I can tell you, here's the proof in that. How many times have you been watching the news in the morning getting ready, and you see how white people are protesting some gas station coming up in their neighborhood? They're like, no, we don't want this gas station here. It's going to raise crime in their area. Like, they protest that kind of stuff. They speak up against that kind of stuff. We see gas stations being built every day and other heathen stores being built all the time. And we like, well, who do we talk to about this? They keep that stuff on the wraps. Like, if you wanna try to get that stuff stopped, they make sure that you don't know how. They make sure you don't know where to go. They make sure you don't know who to talk to.
Right.
Your Christian pastor is supposed to be your representative. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Your Christian pastor is supposed to be that guy that gathers the neighborhood. How many times have you seen the goddamn church walk your neighborhood? They don't do that. They don't come to your neighborhood and say, hey, they're building a gas station here. Would you like to sign this petition to stop these heathens from opening up this damn gas station in our neighborhood?
Right.
If there should be any business around here, it should be a black-owned business. Don't you agree?
Right.
Goddamn pastor works for the white man. Let's get some more on the scriptures, though. I don't want to stray too far off.
Come. And let not our hands be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh. And his brethren were content. Then there passed by Midianites, merchantmen, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver, and they brought Joseph into Egypt.
Man, that's so damn sad right there. You understand? Like, they sold him for chump change. You understand? Their own brother. They couldn't even get a decent amount of money for him, knowing damn well that their brother is of the Most High's bloodline. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
They know these things, but they just sold them for chump change. Just like they traded Christ in. They traded Christ in for chump change. They couldn't even buy a decent meal with that money they traded Christ in for. You understand? Let's get some more on the scriptures.
Kind. And they brought Joseph into Egypt, and Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes, and he returned unto his brethren and said, the child is not, and I will whither shall I go? And they took Joseph's coat and killed the kid of the goats, and dipped the coat in the blood.
Man, they had a whole damn scheme going, didn't they? They was making sure they was trying to cover their tracks. Let's get some more. And they said,
and they sent the coat of many colors, and they brought it to their father, and said, this have we found. Now whether it be thy son's coat or no. And he knew it, and said, it is my son's coat. An evil beast hath devoured him. Joseph is without doubt rent in pieces. And Jacob rent his clothes, and put sackcloth upon his loins, and mourned for his son many days.
right. Keep going.
And all his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him. But he refused to be comforted. He said, for I will go down into the grave, and to my son mourning. Thus his father wept for him.
And you know what? Like, this hits home for me. And I think that's why, You know what I'm saying? As a kid, when I, you know what I'm saying, was in the world and stuff, I was the well when it came to my older siblings, even though I was the youngest. You know what I'm saying? Like because I knew they was my parents' favorite. You get what I'm saying? So I did everything in my power to protect them because I never wanted to see my parents and grieving like this. You know what I'm saying? On on my behalf for me not protecting my siblings. But these brothers right here, they didn't even have a love. They didn't even have love enough for their father to protect them. To even if you bully your brother, you understand? Why would you sell your brother into slavery and pretend he's dead? Like that. That's the most wickedest thing on the face of this planet, and 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 we see it in the world with family members. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we'd have seen family members set their own family members up, so even when wicked things happen to them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's not the spirit of the Lord, man, and that's not the spirit of brotherhood. That's why there's nothing on the face of this planet like brotherhood, man. Because with brotherhood, anything is possible, man. Anything, man. You get together with your brothers, man, and y'all in the same spirit of the Most High, man. You do miraculous things. Look at this UPK.
Right.
Look at what Commander General Yohanna did with the generals, with the other generals and the captains. You understand? And the officers and the troopers and even the sisters. You understand? Like, look what all of them did, man. They made a safe haven for brothers like me. You understand? For brothers like you who's watching online. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, this is your safe haven, man. This is what brotherhood built. This is exactly what brotherhood built, man. And you can't get no better than that. You understand? You can't get no better than this, man. A place that you could call your own. A place where you safe. You understand? A place where no wickedness will come to you. Let's get some more on the scriptures.
Kind. And the Midianites sold him into Egypt unto Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh's, and a captain of the guard.
Right.
And it came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren and turned in to a certain Adulamite, whose name was Harah. And Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite, whose name was Shua. And he took her and went unto her. And she conceived and bare a son, and called his name Ir. And she conceived again and bare a son, and called his name Onan. And yet again conceived and bare a son, and called his name Shelah. And he was at Shezib when she bare him. And Judah took a wife for Ir, his firstborn, whose name was Tamar. And Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the in the sight of the Lord. And the Lord slew him. And Judah said unto Onan, go unto thy brother's wife, and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother. And Onan knew that the seed should not be his, and it came to pass, when he went unto his wife, and he spilled it on the ground, lest that he should give seed unto his brother.
Hey, warrior, let's go ahead and drop down to 39 and 1. This is going over the bloodlines right here.
Come.
And I want to get to we get to that on another day, but I want to get to Joseph.
Come. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 29.
39.
Chapter 39, verse 1. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guards, an Egyptian, brought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites,
Right.
which had brought him down thither. And the Lord was with Joseph.
And the Lord what?
Was with Joseph.
He was with who?
Joseph.
His brothers.
Joseph.
All the Egyptians.
Joseph.
Every man on the face of the planet.
Joseph.
Damn right. Keep going.
Right. And he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian.
Let me tell you, damn devil, something. Let me tell you, damn heathen nation, something. Even though we under the curses right now, you understand, Deuteronomy, our stuff is over. But even when we was, let me tell you something. The Lord has always been with us. You understand? How else do you think America was built? How else do you think any country on the face of this planet was built?
All right.
It don't Norway, goddammit, where you don't see no black people. Guess who built that? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
Because we was every damn where.
Right.
There's nothing on the face of this planet that we ain't touched. And you know why? Because the Lord has always been with us. You understand? If the white man had to build America, this place would be damn mountains right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This place would be mountains. We'd be going in and out of mountains, in and out of damn caves. Because
Right.
the white man has no type of, the Lord ain't with the white man. That's the simplest way to put it. The Lord ain't with the white man. So therefore, when you hear them scriptures that say, and I'm paraphrasing, that his children are the salt of the earth, you know it's not the white man. Who's mimicking the white man? Tell me, who's mimicking the damn white man? Nobody. You understand?
Right.
Nobody looks at anything that the white man does and be like, wow, that looks like a good idea. Like nothing. Nothing. Not his style of clothes. Nothing. Not his cave beats women. Like we want nothing from the white man. He has no style whatsoever. You understand? The Lord has always been with us. You understand? And the Lord was with Joseph here in Egypt, and that's how he was able to make Egypt prosperous. You understand? Let's get some more in the scriptures.
And his master saw that the Most High was with him, and that the Most High made all that he did to prosper in his hands, and Joseph found grace in the sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer over his house.
Let me tell you something, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. When you go into slavery and they looking at you to make everything go, even though you're not making the big bucks, even though you're not the one in charge, you understand? You just a lowly old regular employee, but they looking at you to make things happen.
All right.
Here's why. Because the Lord is with you. Whether you know it or not, whether you acknowledge him or not, he's still with you. And he's giving you a chance to come into the I.S.U.P.K. and serve him the way that you're supposed to serve him with these laws, statutes, and commandments. But he's with you because you have grace. You understand? You have a time period to get it together. And you go on these jobs and the white man sees how hard you work and how your ingenuity is. You understand? How your problem solving skills are. You know what I'm saying? Like how your troubleshooting is. Like this is messed up. Well, if we do this and this and do it like this, see, it works. He's like, dang, you understand? And then he wants to make you head over everything. But you know what he don't want to do? He don't want to give you that damn money.
Right.
He don't want to give you the title. You understand? He don't want to give you your just dues, which you deserve. But you have that skill set to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is with you. The Lord has always been with you.
Right.
Let's get some more on the scriptures.
And that the Lord, and Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer of his house, and all that he had put into his hands. And it came to pass, from the time that he had made him overseer in his house, and over all that he had, the Lord blessed an Egyptian house for Joseph's sake, and the blessing of the Lord.
Hold on. Read that over.
From the top.
Yeah, that'll work.
And it came to pass, from the time that he had made him overseer in the house, in his house, and over all that he had, and that God blessed the Egyptian's house.
He did what?
Blessed the Egyptian's house.
America.
The Egyptian's house.
Canada.
The Egyptian's house.
Norway.
The Egyptian's house.
Right.
Everywhere on the face of this planet. You understand? The Lord has blessed it for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians' sake.
Right.
You understand? Not for these damn heathens, but for our sakes. You know what I'm saying? Like Joseph went to Egypt and was up under one man and made his house prosperous. His house flourished. What the hell are our Israelite brothers in America? Don't they make America flourish?
Right.
You understand? Don't they make America great again, you damn devil? You understand?
Right.
Like, America wouldn't function without blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? Right now, I'm telling you, it's not a game. This is the truth. Listen, if every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian just didn't go to work tomorrow, America will plummet.
Right.
You see the Dow Jones, they be showing the stocks, everything be going down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They be like, what happened? When the niggers didn't show up, the Hispanics didn't show up, the Indians even didn't show up. And we don't know what to do. What's going on here?
Right.
You understand? Because we make America roll. It'd be another Great Depression.
Right.
That's what it would be. You would see the people on Wall Street catching the elevator all the way to the top of the building and jumping off of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how much we mean to this country. That's how much we mean to the world. We make all these things prosperous. The white man can't make anything prosperous. You know what the white man had to do to make things prosperous? We got to steal some niggas from where they at and put them in slavery. That's the only way that we're going to make this thing work. Even the white man do it. The white man can't work in the sun. The sun hates the white man.
Right.
You understand? A white man stay in the sun longer than an hour, his skin starts to burn. The sun will cook a white man. You understand? He needs to put on sunscreen, and even that's not enough.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Let's get some more on the scriptures.
The Lord had blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake.
Damn right.
And the blessing of the Most High was upon all that he had in the house and in the field.
No matter what you do, you the best, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Keep going.
And he left all that he had in Joseph's hands, and he knew not he had save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored.
Damn right. Just like you on your damn slavery. You get what I'm saying? You well favored because no white man there could ever hold a candle to you. You understand? The white man thinks because he's born into money, because he has a college education, because he has a Harvard degree, because he has a new car, because he has a white devil piece of crap wife, because he has a full-blooded Labradoodle dog, one of them expensive dogs, one of them expensive cats, everything materialistic and carnal. He thinks because he has that makes him something special. We're here in I.S.U.P.K. I know brothers with none of that worth a million of you. You understand? You goddamn devil. Like nothing that you do will never amount to what we do. We're well favored everywhere that we go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The proof is in the pudding. You want to dress black. You want to talk black. You want to act black. You want to eat black. You want to listen to black music. You want to appropriate everything that it is to be black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, except the curses, except the suffering. You don't want to die on the streets how we die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get hated on just for being who you are, like how it is for us. You understand? But you want to fake at it. You're not favored, but we are. Let's get some more in the scriptures.
Come.
And it came to pass.
And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph.
Ain't that how it is at your slavery? Ain't that how it is? Like you doing your thing, everybody seeing how you move, how you operate, and then the heathen women start to lust after you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The heathen women, like the heathen women love some black rock, Salaki. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No matter what nation, they love some black rock because they know it ain't nothing like it. They want some black, Hispanic, Native Indian rock. You get what I'm saying?
That's right.
Point blank period. Let's get some more of the scriptures.
And she said, lie with me. But he refused and said unto his master's wife, behold.
But he did what?
Refused.
No, he accepted it.
Refused. Right.
And it's just a one night stand.
Refused.
Nobody's going to know.
Refused.
Let me tell you something about him refusing. Him refusing is one of the most righteous acts on the face of this planet.
Damn right.
That you only understand when you come into the I.S.U.P.K under Commander GEN.YAHANNA.
Damn right.
You understand? Because you are not, and see, here's the thing. He didn't refuse because it was his master's wife, even though that's what he told her. But the real reason he refused is because he served the Most High.
That's right.
You understand? And that is a sin to sleep with somebody of another nation, with one of these heathen ass nations. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He served the Most High. He's always served the Most High. That's why he refused. Let's get some more.
And said unto her, and said unto his master's wife, behold, my master would have not what is with me in the house, and he have committed all that he hath to my hand.
Right.
There is none greater in this house than I.
Right. There is none greater than this house than I, including you, woman. You get what I'm saying? I'll rank you. I'll rank you because that's what the Lord says, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Keep going.
Neither have he kept back anything from me.
Now listen. Not only is he serving the Lord and doing what the Lord said, but just in the spirit of brotherhood, that's what he's supposed to be doing. Like he's showing brotherhood to a damn heathen. You get what I'm saying? He's showing brotherhood to a damn heathen, and he's serving the Most High at the same time, man. This is a hardcore brother right here. Keep going. Okay, committed. The beginning of 9. You can go to the beginning of 9.
He had committed all that he had to my hand. There is none greater in his house than I. Neither had he kept anything from me but thee.
Right. Keep going.
Because thou art his wife, how then can I do this great wickedness and sin against the Most High? Yahweh.
You good? Keep going.
And it came to pass, as she spake unto Joseph day by day, that he hearkened not unto her, to lie by her, or to be with her. And it came to pass about this time that Joseph went into the house to do his business, and there was none of the men of the house there within. And she caught him by his garment, saying, lie with me. And he left his garment in her hand and fled and got him out.
All right, for time's sake, we're going to speed it up a little bit. So, like, Cat, what time you want me to close class down?
8:45.
8:45.
That's usually when we start the prayers.
Can I just go a little bit over, sir?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right, so for time's sake, we're going to speed it up, Warriors. I want you to pick up in... let's pick up at... let's say... Let's pick up at Genesis 40. I guess this would be 41. No, Genesis 40 and 41.
Okay. Yeah, 40 and 41?
Yeah, 40 and 41.
Mine stopped at 23.
41.
Chapter 40.
My fault. Chapter 41 and 41. Salaki.
Okay. No.
My bad.
The book of Genesis, chapter 41, verse 41. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph.
Hold on. Before we get started, now what had happened was Joseph ended up going to jail, right? Something that every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian really should know about living in America.
Right.
It's almost inevitable to be Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian and not somehow, some way go to some type of incarceration here in the white man's kingdom. You understand? He's going to find a reason to lock you up. We already know that we get pulled over for just being Black. So what happened was Joseph ended up getting locked up because that heathen African lied on him, and the husband believed her. You understand? And he went in there. He gained favor. The Lord was still with him. So the guards made him ruler over all the other inmates. So he ended up telling two other inmates they had a dream, and he prophesied their dream. And he told the one inmate, when you get out, make sure you let people know who I am. Let the Pharaoh know who I am. Because I shouldn't even be here. I was stolen from my land. I shouldn't be here. And so we're going to pick up a little bit after that. So the other dude finally told Pharaoh who Joseph was, because Pharaoh had a dream that nobody could break down except Joseph, because the Most High has always been with Joseph.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they knew that the Most High was with Joseph, so they called Joseph to break down the dream, and that's where we're picking up at. So he broke down the dream. Pharaoh respected him, and here we go. 41 and 41, warrior.
And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, see, I have set thee over all the land of Egypt.
Read that again.
See, I have set thee over all the land of Egypt.
One more time.
See, I have set thee over all the land of Egypt.
Keep going.
And Pharaoh took off his ring from his hand and put it upon Joseph's hand, and arrayed him in vestures of fine linen, and put a gold chain about his neck, and he made him on the second chariot which he had. And they cried before him, bow the knee, and he made him a ruler over all the land of Egypt.
Let me tell you what Pharaoh just did. Pharaoh just gave Joseph tactical command over all of Egypt. You understand? There was nothing or nobody higher than Joseph except for Pharaoh. You understand? So at this point, Joseph's word is law. You understand?
Right.
Joseph's death, guess what happens? They get put to death.
Right.
You understand? Joseph say, let them live, they get to live. You understand? Let's get some more.
Right. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I am Pharaoh, and without thee shall no man lift up his hand or foot in all the land of Egypt.
You heard that? Read that again.
I am Pharaoh.
I am Pharaoh. Keep going.
And without thee shall no man lift up his hand or foot in all the land of Egypt.
If I don't give the go ahead, it don't happen.
Right.
You understand? This is what power is. You understand? This is what true power is. Keep going.
And Pharaoh called Joseph's name Zephaniah, and he gave him to wife Asenath,
Yep.
the daughter of Potiphar's priest of On, and Joseph went out over all the land of Egypt.
Damn right. Now he's just mobbing through the land. And you see the funny part about that, because he's still connected to Potiphar some way, somehow. He was wife, the daughter of the priest of Potiphar, the same man that threw him in prison. You know what I'm saying? That's just funny to me. I don't know if anybody ever caught that. But Potiphar's the same man that threw him in prison. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then he wifed he had a wife of the priest of Potiphar, even though Potiphar didn't like him, but that's just Pharaoh messing with him. Right. So I'm like, man, you tripping. This dude right here is solid. You know what I'm saying? Which brings up another thing. And this should go without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Never, ever, as long as you live, as long as you're in this I.S.U.P.K, take the word of a woman. You understand?
Right.
You're supposed to discern things for yourself. You the goddamn priest and prophet, not her.
Right.
You understand? I'm not saying that a woman can't have an opinion. I'm not saying that she can't tell you something. But don't ever take what a woman say at face value. You understand? The scriptures say that hell has no fury like a woman scorned. The scriptures say that I'd rather lay with lions and snakes and dragons. I'm paraphrasing here than to deal with a scorned woman. You understand? So you always have to take that into account when you're dealing with women. You understand? Women are a different animal. You understand? Going back from the days of Genesis, when Eve listened to that goddamn serpent and then got Adam to do some stuff that he didn't want to do. So who is you? You want to be like Adam now? You want to listen to a woman instead of listening to the Most High? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So always discern things for yourself. You are a guy. If you're in this I.S.U.P.K and you're an officer, when you reach that officership, you become a priest and prophet of the Most High.
Right.
Because understand, getting the officership in the I.S.U.P.K is anything but easy, goddammit. You understand? Some brothers can't even become officers because it's too goddamn hard. You understand? This is not no easy walk. You understand? Commander GEN.YAHANNA makes sure that you have to be the best of the best of the best in order to sit here and teach anything about this damn book right here.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
We are not the Christian church. You can't sing and dance your way into an office here. Right. You understand? This right here, stomp of your feet, that will not get you office here.
Right.
Precept upon precept. Study to show that self-approved. That's how you get office here. You understand? So don't ever let a woman dictate that. Right. You understand? Let's get some more on the scriptures.
Hey, somebody had a question online. He said, Salaki, is the reason we went into slavery under Pharaoh because our forefathers sold Joseph into slavery?
Well, the reason we went into slavery under Pharaoh is because we disobeyed the Most High Christ. You understand? The Most High God in Christ. You understand? Like, here's why we went in the reason under Pharaoh. Because in the beginning in Genesis, you understand, we were supposed to be serving law, statutes, and commandments, and then comes Exodus, right? With Moses. What happened with Moses? Moses bring them out of Egypt, and they disobeyed the Most High God. And the Most High God gave law, statutes, and commandments to Moses, and he also told Moses to pass this on, that if you don't, I'm paraphrasing, if you don't hearken on to the word of the Lord, you understand, to do all his law, statutes, and commandments, that he would bring you into Egypt. You understand? Again, you know what I'm saying? After we got out. So that's why we in slavery now. That's why we was in slavery then. Because we just refused to serve our God. We want to serve every other God but ours. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like the Chinese people, they God looks like them. They serve him. The Korean people, the African, every nation on the face of this planet, God looks like them. The white man God, he's a white man. And then when it comes to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, somehow we have a white God. Somehow we serve a white God. You understand? We not serving our God. And just like any good father, If your kids don't do what you tell them to do, what do? You punish them. We are being punished because we refuse to listen to the Most High God. You understand? That's why it's important to come into the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General Yohanna. You understand? Commander General Yohanna, whether you know it or not, believe it or not, like it or not, he was chosen to be the leader of all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand?
Yeah, right.
He was chosen. You understand? And the scriptures say you shall have no man rule over you who is not from amongst you.
Right.
Commander General Yohanna is from amongst us. He lived in the ghettos of New York. You understand? He went through the trials and tribulations and pain and suffering. You understand?
Right.
And through some divine miracle of the Most High, that man he came across the truth, held on to the truth, and spread the truth. And now we're here right now, continuing to do the works of the Most High through Commander General Yohanna. You understand? And like I said, it wasn't because anything else that we didn't listen to the Most High. That's why we suffer, because you don't listen to the Most High. Well, if you tell your kids not to go outside, right, and they go outside and they ride their bike and their bike gets stolen, what do you tell them? The reason that happened is because you didn't listen to me.
Right.
I told you not to ride your damn bike. I told you to take your ass in the house. You didn't want to listen. Now that happened. That's the same thing that's going on with us right now. That's the same thing that went on with us right there in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Them brothers selling Joseph into slavery back then was the same way that the Christian pastors sell us into slavery today. You understand? The same way. You understand? They know the truth, but they don't give a damn. Let's get some more on the scriptures, warrior. I hope that answered your question. If not, just let me know. We go into depth about it. We'll pull some precepts.
And Joseph was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And Joseph went out from the presence of Pharaoh and went throughout all the land of Egypt.
Keep going.
And in the 7 plenteous years, the earth brought forth by handfuls, and he gathered up all the food of the 7 years which were in the land of Egypt.
Let me tell you something. Now, what Joseph did, he interpreted Pharaoh's dreams. He knew it was going to be a famine in the land. There was going to be 7 good years and 7 bad years. So Pharaoh rolls him up, put him over everything. He's going out. He's making sure everything is in order. You know what he's doing? He's doing what I.S.U.P.K higher ranking man do. A higher ranking man in I.S.U.P.K that's about that warfare makes sure all the ducks are in a row. You get what I'm saying? He makes sure everything is where it needs to be and how it needs to be. I know this firsthand because I'm under Captain Kaposh here in Naptown. You understand? He checks, he double checks, he triple checks, and he quadruple checks.
Right.
You understand? Right. You got to tell him like, Cap, I got this, sir.
That's right.
Because he's always making sure things is where it need to be
Right.
and how they need to be. You understand?
Right.
And that's what good leaders do. Good leaders make sure that every single solitary man underneath him is successful. He makes sure everything is set where it needs to be. So if a brother needs something, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Joseph's doing. Let's get some more on the scriptures.
3 minutes.
And so like it. And he laid up the food in the cities, the food of the field, which was round about every city, laid he up in the same. And Joseph gathered corn as the sand of the sea, very much until he left numbering, for it was without number.
Right. He gathered corn like the sand of the sea. You understand? You ever been to a beach? Can you count the grains of sand? No, you cannot. And that's how Joseph gathered that corn, to where you couldn't even count it no more. It was just so much stacked on top of it on each other to make sure that he took care of business. Keep going.
And unto Joseph were born 2 sons before the years of famine came, which Asnath, the daughter of Potiphar's priest bare unto him. And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh.
Damn right. Keep going.
For For Yahweh said, He hath made me forget all my toil
All the bull crap I've been through. Keep going.
in all my father's house.
Right. My brother's selling me into slavery. Keep going.
In the name of the second cause, he called Ephraim.
Damn right.
For Yahweh hath caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction.
Even though I was brought here in a slave, look at all I got now, because the Most High was with me. Keep going.
In the 7th year of plenteousness that was in the land of Egypt were ended.
We're going to go ahead and end it at 53. You know what I'm saying? Cap wants me to call the class. You know what I'm saying? Most High Christ. We're going to pick up here next week. You know what I'm saying? So we can finish getting into these Brotherhood scriptures. But just right, like man, this story is such a hardcore story because it shows the Brotherhood and it shows true leadership, like it's shown in the I.S.U.P.K under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. Like he was given power, he was given command over Egypt. You understand? Nobody was over him but the higher ranking man. That's the same way it is in I.S.U.P.K. You understand? You're given power, and nobody can take that power away except for the man that's above you. You get what I'm saying? And he's in here and he's doing exactly what he needs to do, man. And we're gonna get into the rest of the story next week. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said,
Pass the class to Trooper.
okay. With that being said,
announcements, just do the one prayer.
Okay. I'm gonna pass the class over to Trooper Itazar. You know what I'm saying, to read the security announcements. You might clap it up. Let me get it for you. Where are my security announcements?
In the back. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got mine. Here they go. Oh, we're crazy.
We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister have interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and the sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10, means 10%, slaki. In the Hebrew, ma'arashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher, priest fund. Free will offerings for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like, upcoming holy convocations, announce holy convocations from sheep. Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school to start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, scarf.
Right.
And with that being said,
Imagine.
Which means stand.
Men of Israel, Amajim, which means to stand. Upon Hakidam,
Rise face the east.
means rise face the east.
Do the Lord's Prayer, sir?
Just the Lord's Prayer.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa,
Shabbat Shabbat.
Shabbat Shemayim,
Wadash.
Kadash,
Ayah.
Ayah,
Shemka.
Shemkat,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Alakbaka.
Malakbaka,
Tabah.
Taba'at,
Zarka,
Zarka,
Aya,
Aya,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Baratiza,
Barakza,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Aya,
Aya,
Bashamaya,
Bashamayim,
Nathan,
Latan,
the Noah,
the Now,
the
the Come,
Call,
Call,
the Wom,
Yawam,
Yahweh, Salak, Washalakanawa,
Washalakanawa,
Kabawakanawa,
Wawakanawa,
Kabalakanawa,
Wawakanawa,
Kabawak, Kabawathan, Wathanawa,
Wawakanawa,
Wala,
Wala'a,
Kaba, Kabanayanawa,
Kabanayanawa,
Baza, Banazan
Banasawan,
Abal,
Abo,
Hawashayanawa,
Hawashayanawa,
Ma'ain,
Right,
Right,
Ra,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Hamak Lakwa,
Hamak,
Hamak Lakwa,
Hamak, Lakwa.
Hai,
That's Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa,
Hamalakwa,
Walawa,
Wa'ala,
Why, Hai, Ha, Salaki, Cat,
Wakapari.
Kapari,
Wa'akabari,
Lashanawa,
Lashanawa,
Aman,
Aman,
in English, our Father,
our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name,
hallowed be thy name,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come,
thy kingdom come,
that will be done,
thy will be done,
in earth,
in earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread,
and forgive us of our debts,
forgive us of our debts,
as we forgive our debtors,
and we forgive our debts,
and lead us not into temptation,
and lead us not into
but
temptation,
deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
Amen.
Start, which means turn. Go give a salute to the brothers. Amaja Shabbat.
That's not it. The trooper's supposed to say this part.
Come
And
on.
we're still giving a salute to the teacher.
Come.
Say one courtesy salute to the teacher.
One courtesy salute to the teacher. Amaja Shabbat. Amaja.
Correct.
Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. Ashmatah. Courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel. Amaja Shabbat. Amaja. Barak.
Yeah.
Hashem Yahushua. Asmatah. Yazmatah. Class dismissed. Gotta get that down pat. Yeah, right.
Take it easy on Cap. How bad was it?
Oh, you talking about class was on point. Yeah, class was on point.
Show mercy, sir. Be brotherly. This was the Brotherhood class. Yeah, Most High Christ. Yeah, it was my slavery. You know, I don't know if it stormed out here, but it stormed out on my side of town while I was at the slave kind of bad.
It looked like a tornado was getting ready to hit.
Yeah, I know. And it tore up. It came through and tore up everything, knocked trees over, and it busted some lady window. So that's what held me up at the slavery. I would have been off at 5, but I had to fucking repair her window.
Right.
Got done with that. Ran here.
Right.